Guruh berdentum, bumi berdegar. Ayam jago sedang bersabung. Jangan cakap sahaja berdegar. Hulur senjata, kita bertarung. Anak Cina bersampan kotak, muatan sarat dengan ragi. Biar retak, bumi ku pijak, kamu takkan ku lepaskan lagi. Hang jebat, hang kasturi, laksamana Raja Melaka. Jika hendak, jangan mencuri, mari kita bertentang mata. Patah rotan tali bersilang, batang meranti rimbun berjejal. Langkah pahlawan di tengah gelanggang, berpantang mati sebelum ajal. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afiq bin Mohamad Zulkepli. I am a student of FYP032 Jasin, currently taking my bachelor's degree in multimedia computing. So a little bit about my project. My project title is Learning the History of Hang Tuah Village through Environment Exploration using Immersive Virtual Reality technology. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about Hang Tuah Village. Okay, Hang Tuah Village is a village situated in Kampung Duyung, Melaka. It is situated about 7 kilometers away from the capital of Melaka, but unfortunately, it only receives a small number of visitors since its opening. And most of the time, the only accessible area is the Hang Tuah well, and the location is also closed at night. So when we talk about Hang Tuah village, there is actually a couple of problems that we can see. First of all, there is a lack of exposure of the significant historical locations, and then the second one is that preserving historical locations present many challenges. There are three objectives for my project. The first one is to design a VR environment of Hang Tuah village and its historical significance. The second one is to develop an immersive virtual reality application that users can interact with in Hang Tuah village. And then the third one is to evaluate user experience about Hang Tuah village using immersive virtual reality technology. Why did I decide to do this project? First of all, as we know, museums, historical locations, all protect their artifacts by displaying them in something like a display case, or they may put up a sign that says do not touch. Right? What makes this project special? In my project, I overcome those limitations in which users are able to interact with the artifact without risking anything. This means that users are able to freely do anything that they wish inside the application. Instead of just looking at the artifacts, they can also throw them around or basically do anything without risking damaging the artifact. Besides that, they can also read information about Hang Tuah, Hang Jebat, and then some of the artifacts informations that exist in the application. Users are able to go to the historical location of Hang Tuah village without even needing to leave their house. This is great, especially since we are right now in the RMCO phase and we need to still be careful of the COVID-19 outbreak.
Their teacher was a renowned master who lived a hermetic life at the top of a mountain. Under the guru's supervision, Hang Tuah and his four compatriots were taught the arts of self-defense and meditation. Hang Tuah's appearance in the history of the region began when some men ran amok near Kampung Bingbahara. Tun Perak came with a party of guards to investigate the incident, but was also attacked. His guards fled, but when Hang Tuah and his friends, who happened to be at a nearby stall, saw what was happening, they rushed to save Tun Perak. They fought the group, and, because of their ferociousness, they ran away. Tun Perak was amazed by the courage of Hang Tuah and his companions. He rewarded them, and presented them to Sultan Muzaffar Shah. tekpi is believed to have been derived from the ancient Indian trishula, a trident which can be either long or short-handed. The tekpi itself is occasionally referred to as a trisula, especially in Indonesia. The earliest evidence of the tekpi comes from Sriwijaya in Indonesia, where it was originally used defensively like a shield. Other sources propose that it was brought to Southeast Asia from China, but the tekpi in Sumatra predates its earliest known use in China, and it seems unlikely for the Chinese to introduce an Indian weapon to a region already heavily influenced by the culture of India. Use of the tekpi probably spread with the influence of Indian religion and eventually reached Malaysia, Okinawa, China, Thailand, and other parts of Indochina. Hung Jebat. After Hung Tuah was sentenced to death, Hung Jebat was conferred the coveted Tamang Sari Krace, a weapon formerly used by Hung Tuah. Believing that Hung Tuah was unjustly murdered by the Sultan he served, Hung Jebat turned against the ruler to avenge his friend's death. No one knew that the Bindahara, chief minister, went against the royal decree and hid Hung Tuah in a remote area. With the Krace in his possession, Hung Jebat was undefeatable and there was not one person in the palace who was capable of killing him. Hung Jebat's revenge allegedly became a palace killing spree or furious rebellion against the Sultan. Hung Jebat wreaked havoc onto the royal court, and the Sultan was unable to stop him, as none of the warriors dared to challenge the more ferocious and skilled Hung Jebat. After learning from the Bindahara that Hung Tuah was still alive, the Sultan had him recall the warrior and gave him full amnesty. The Sultan then ordered Hung Tuah to kill Hung Jebat. Being unquestionably loyal to the ruler, Hung Tuah obeyed the Sultan's bidding and went on to challenge Hung Jebat. After fighting in a battle that lasted for 7 days, Hung Tuah eventually managed to reclaim the Tamang Sari by tricking Hung Jebat. Although stabbed by Tuah, Hung Jebat bandaged his wounds and ran amok in the city square for 3 days, killing thousands of people before retreating to Tuah's house and dying in his friend's arms.
Okay, I think that is all for my presentation. I would like to take this opportunity to thank a few people. First of all, Datuk Hajar Hasrul as my supervisor, my parents, Mr. Cik Mohamad Zulkepli and Mrs. Muniza Mohamad, and then Dr. Azlan Abdul Aziz and Dr. Noor Aiza Mokhtar as my CSP lecturer, and then Madam Siti Nur Amalina as the examiner for this project, and then some of my classmates who happen to be involved in terms of idea sharing. I appreciate all of you who guided me through completing this project, and that is all from me. Thank you very much.